Hey there! Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why people sell their homes to cash buyers or iBuyers like myself. Hey there, I'm Matt Walsh from Academy Home Buyers, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent in Virginia with eXp Realty in Virginia Beach. All right, please like and subscribe to these videos. Go down into the notes, get my free books, get my free information, get a free cash offer on your home. All right, here we go. Number 1, the first reason that people sell, the number 1 reason why people sell to cash buyers is because you sell on your own terms. All right. Traditionally, if you sell a home through a broker, like if I broker your home for sale, it involves a lot of people. It involves a lot of hassle. All right. Not end of the world hassle, but a lot of hassle. And now you got to negotiate, when you can close and when you can't close, and you've got to work around buyers and mortgages and appraisals. And for 99% of people, it's no problem. But there are certain times in your life when you need to buy or sell things on your own terms, especially a large purchase like a house. It's got to be on your terms. With an iBuyer, with a cash buyer like us, there's no pressure whatsoever. You want to move next week? You want to move next month? You want to move 3 months from now? No big deal. We can work it out. It's not like you got a family coming in that says, all right, we want to be in by the school district. We want to be in by September, or we want to be out by June. No, we work on your terms. So that's the primary reason why somebody sells to a cash buyer like us, the convenience factor that we work with you. The second reason is that you can sell it as is. That means that you don't have to do anything to your home. Every house needs some work to make it better. Some houses need more work, some houses need less work, okay? But if you're going to list your home for sale, chances are you have to paint something, you have to repair something, you have to change something because you lived with it and you were okay, but now you look at it and say, oh, a new buyer wouldn't like, this drawer being loose, this door scraping, this railing being loose, right? These are the things that have to be done, and some houses need a lot of work, especially if you inherit a home, right? Maybe you inherit a home from, an elderly relative and they've lived there for 40 or 50 years and haven't done anything. Those houses oftentimes need a lot of work, okay? We buy your house as is. If you can list with a real estate agent, you can still do better usually selling as is. But oftentimes, if you have a house that's in a situation that needs a lot of work, chances are you don't have the money to pay the mortgage and the taxes while it's getting fixed. You don't have the money to fix it. The town may be coming at you for fines, high grass or building code violations. So you can sell the house as is immediately. That's where we come in. Let's say the house needs some work and you can't do the work. You don't have the money to do the work, but you have the time to wait and you can afford the taxes and insurance. Well, then list it. Listing it is the best way to go, okay? But if you can't, you find a cash buyer and we come in and we take the problem away from you quickly. The third reason that people sell to cash buyers is it is actually lucrative, right? It means you get your cash pretty quick. And when you do a comparison, apples to apples, particularly as you go into the houses that need a lot of work, if you were to sell with a real estate agent and then pay commissions and closing costs and then factor in the taxes and insurance that you paid for the 2, 3, or 4 months that it took to sell, or and then you take a look at the money that you have, the cash that you're walking away from the closing table with, and you compare it with the cash that you're getting from a cash buyer that's going to buy it in 30 days, it's not that big of a difference. It may only be a couple of $1,000s, and you can sit there and say, I can sell my house to someone like Academy Home Buyers, right? And they'll buy the house in 30 days and we'll walk away with, $50,000 and we didn't have to touch anything. Or we can list it with a real estate agent, go through all the process of listing, pictures, waiting for appraisals, mortgages. Now we got to pay closing costs. We had to pay taxes and insurance for the 2 or 3 months that it was listed. And we're walking away with $58,000. Was that $7,000 or $8,000? And this is just an example I'm pulling out of my head, but it could be something that little. Was it worth all the trouble and the phone calls and the attorneys and all the things that go along with selling a house? Selling a house isn't easy. If you've ever sold a house, it's really kind of a pain. Buying a house is worse, dealing with getting mortgage information and such. But the ease of getting the cash outweighs the trouble of getting maybe a little bit more cash in many scenarios. The fourth reason that people sell their homes for cash or to investor buyers like myself, okay, is to avoid legal issues, mostly foreclosure, okay? If you are at the point where the bank or your lender is calling you and saying you have 30, 60, 90 days to get out of the house, you don't have time to call a real estate agent, because by the time the process is done, they will have already foreclosed on your home. You have to call someone like us. You have to call a cash buyer who's going to come in and work with you on your time frame, but still buy the house in time to avoid foreclosure. Now, there are other ways to avoid foreclosure. I can't give you that information. I am not an attorney, but there are other things that you can do to avoid that foreclosure process for now. It's just postponing it unless you're going to pay off your house, right? So the primary way to get out of the situation and avoid foreclosure on your credit is to sell the home. And in today's market, chances are your home has increased in value more than your delinquent loan. So even though you're facing foreclosure, you can probably sell your home for at least what you owe. If not more, you may be able to walk away with some money and save a foreclosure on your credit. If you're not that far advanced, if you have not ignored your missed payments or notifications from the bank, you can probably call your lender and make an arrangement to avoid the pre-foreclosure, or at the very least give yourself time to sell on the open market and get even more money. But if you're past that and you're in that foreclosure stage where losing your home is imminent, give us a call. We'll work with you to get you into a new home and save you from the foreclosure. And that's what cash buyers do. And that's the fourth reason that people mostly sell their homes to cash buyers or iBuyers like myself. Then the fifth reason is basically it's a quick process. And this is the catch-all for a lot of things. Many people find themselves in a situation where they need to move fast. There's been a death in the family. There's an illness, a job change, military change. Things happen where you now have 30 or 60 days to make a move, and you don't have the assets to go and buy and rent somewhere else while you deal with the sale of your current place. If you can, you list with an agent. Or follow my advice and see if you can make it a rental and give yourself nice lifelong income. But if you can't, and many people can't, they need a quick process. They need a quick sale. So that's where we come in. Someone like an iBuyer or a cash buyer like myself, we come in and we do it fast and make it very easy to sell your home. We come in and in 30 days, your home can be sold. You can have cash in your hand to do the next thing in the next phase of your life. Again, will you do better by listing with an agent? Absolutely. Why? Because an agent will advertise to more people. More eyes on your home equals more offers equals a higher price. It is what it is. But not everybody can do that. Not everybody is in a situation where they can go move to a new place because they have to be near mom or dad or near their child, or they have to move for jobs, or they have to move from military. They don't have the ability to now go say, all right, we're going to put, a month's rent and a month's security on a new place while we pay mortgage, taxes, and insurance on this place and try to sell it. They don't have it. And that's where people need a cash buyer to come in and give them a fast process. And there are other people that just don't want to deal with selling. They don't want to deal with showing. They don't want to deal with open houses. And they're willing to trade a little bit of money. And oftentimes it's not a whole lot of money, particularly on if the house is in decent shape. It's not a whole lot of money. They're going to trade some money for the convenience of knowing when they're going to close, how they're going to close, and how much money they're going to get, and doing it in 30, 60, 90 days, whatever works for them. Now, I want you to go down below this video and click the link to get a cash offer on your home. If you were going to sell your home, you must get a cash offer to compare to anybody else's. I also want you to go down and click below and get free copies of my Winter Buyer's Guide, my Winter Seller's Guide, and my For Sale by Owner book, which is available on Amazon for $25, but you can get it free by clicking the link below. All right, have a great day.